and a cordial welcome to Royal 365 channel. The awaited moment has arrived. The royal family has initiated an information blackout concerning the couple. This development is received with considerable enthusiasm by many in the UK, particularly those harboring disdain for Harry and Meghan. Allow me to elucidate the situation further in this presentation. Let us commence. It's evident that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have become increasingly distanced from the royal establishment since relinquishing their official duties. They are no longer part of the inner circle and are deprived of updates regarding the activities of King Charles and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, as asserted by a royal expert. A stark example is when news of King Charles and Catherine's cancer diagnosis was disseminated to the public before reaching Harry and Meghan. Undoubtedly, Harry and Meghan find themselves ensconced in a state of complete informational seclusion. They remain oblivious to Catherine's health status and seem disconnected from the affairs of the monarchy. This treatment, perhaps deservedly so, reflects their diminished status within the royal family. Even if they were privy to such information, could they be relied upon to offer assistance? It appears unlikely, given their track record of selling confidential details to journalists for monetary gain. Consequently, it's prudent to exclude them from receiving updates from the royal family. Furthermore, it's a relief that Harry has distanced himself from royal duties. The monarchy engages in discussions with government officials, occasionally involving sensitive matters. Entrusting Harry, who has demonstrated a propensity for leaking information or exploiting his position for personal gain, with such responsibilities would be imprudent. His actions suggest a lack of trustworthiness with regard to handling private or state affairs. Anything disclosed to him would likely find its way into tabloids or be weaponized against the royals. It's a lamentable state of affairs, devoid of any semblance of entertainment value. Did you hear about Meghan's fear of losing control over Harry? She seems determined to keep their relationship strained, but she needn't fret. William won't entertain the idea of reinstating Harry into royal affairs. Harry's days as a working royal are over, and access to sensitive royal information is firmly off limits. His trustworthiness is in question, given his track record of falsifying information related to the monarchy. The disparity between Harry's version of truth and reality is striking. For years, Harry has been betraying his family's trust, serving as a notorious palace informant. His departure has brought about an unexpected tranquility. No leaks have sprung since. Perhaps they should have left sooner, sparing both the royal family and the UK unnecessary turmoil. While some may mourn their absence, there's a silver lining in their departure. The royal family, and indeed the nation, might count themselves fortunate to have dodged a potentially explosive situation. Harry and Meghan's departure is a boon for everyone's well-being. Nonsense. Harry has no business meddling in private affairs or health matters of any royal family member. His history of betrayal, drug use, and paranoia disqualifies him from access to privileged information. Can you believe he once fantasized about launching a missile at Charles's car? It's unimaginable to speak such words about one's own father. Harry's estrangement has consequences. He forfeits any rights to familial information. While most families don't worry about their estranged members divulging secrets, the monarchy does. Harry is learning the hard way that actions carry repercussions. Given their propensity for indiscretion, what did they truly expect? Their breach of etiquette in leaking details to the press after the Queen's passing was utterly appalling. I can't help but chuckle at the memory of Omid falsely announcing the Queen's return to London via the royal train. Whoever fed such misinformation to the Los Angeles duo deserves recognition for their audacity. And what about their audacious portrayal of the King and the Princess of Wales as the royal R's through their mouthpiece, Skumid's book? Are we supposed to overlook their relentless barrage of baseless accusations against the royal family and the British public over the past 6 years? Furthermore, why entertain the notion that Harry has been left out in the cold, unable to fulfill his duties from the USA, and will never undertake royal duties again, regardless of his location? He himself declared his disavowal of royal responsibilities. If we continue to tolerate or overlook the actions of such an imperious and treacherous individual as if nothing untoward has occurred, then we are the ones at fault. The royal family sees the situation for what it is. Harry has betrayed them, and Meghan will discard him when he no longer serves her interests. This predicament, Harry, is of your own making. Meghan's already cozying up to your supposed best polo friend. The day will come when Harry feels the weight of Meghan's betrayal crushing him. You reap what you sow. There's no room for feeling unjustly treated when you've sown the seeds yourself. Did you know Prince William once tested Harry's loyalty? It speaks volumes about William's wisdom. Supposedly, he deliberately fed Harry false information to gauge his reaction. Predictably, Harry failed the test. They also discovered Harry had been leaking information for decades. He was the palace's inside source all along. Harry couldn't outmaneuver William. He knows his brother's nature well and will surely take steps to ensure Harry faces the consequences of his actions. Will he ever realize he's being manipulated, not just by Meghan but by everyone he encounters? They're invited onto TV shows to spill secrets, boosting ratings, only to be discarded afterward, just like Oprah did. It's a shame they're oblivious to being exploited, but ultimately it stems from the greed of both Harry and Meghan. I must commend the royal family for their prudent stance, especially after the damage Oprah's interview inflicted. Trusting Meghan is like trusting a fox in a henhouse. The royal family is wise to distance themselves from Meghan's deceitful ways, and now Harry's trustworthiness is also in question. It's a promising start to dismantling the facade of the so-called Sussex Empire. Next steps could involve stripping them of their royal titles and privileges. They deserve more consequences for their actions. Given King Charles and Catherine's health issues, it's understandable why detailed updates aren't shared with Harry and Meghan. If Catherine wished to disclose her health status, she would do so directly. There's no need for updates to be peddled alongside overpriced merchandise or podcasts from Montecito. Undoubtedly, Meghan's reluctance to reconcile with William raises a significant concern. William and Catherine aren't the issue. Reuniting isn't part of Meghan's agenda. She's effectively isolated Harry from his family and friends. Unfortunately, Harry isn't astute enough to discern Meghan's motives. Meghan fears Harry reconciling with William and Catherine because it might tempt him back into the royal family. She craves control over him to maintain her influence. It's a power play, and Harry seems oblivious to it. Their departure from the royal family was marked by deceit, followed by the publication of a tell-all book. Yet, they expect to remain privy to family matters. It's reminiscent of history repeating itself, akin to the Wallis-Simpson debacle. As for their security demands, they seem to expect preferential treatment, disregarding the security standards provided to other royals like Princess Anne. It appears that many have now seen through their facade. If only they had pursued the quiet life they professed to desire. While Harry's troubled nature may have existed before, Meghan's influence likely exacerbated it. Meghan's swift rise from obscurity to royal status raises questions about her true intentions. Has she ever had a legitimate career in Hollywood? Is there any credible evidence of her work in the entertainment industry? These questions have lingered, and now it's time to unveil the truth about Meghan's past. From what I've gathered, prior to her role in the cable TV series Suits, Meghan Markle appeared as a suitcase girl on a TV game show hosted by Howie Mandel. In this capacity, she enthusiastically revealed prize contents concealed in suitcases, basking momentarily in the limelight as the center of attention. She portrayed a playful, vivacious persona, embodying elements of a vamp, as immortalized in Cher's lyrics. However, her recollection of this experience diverges significantly from her initial portrayal. In a podcast episode titled Bimbo, Meghan recounted feeling objectified and pigeonholed into a bimbo stereotype during her game show tenure. Curiously, this discussion unfolded remotely, with Meghan's voice dubbed in post-production, creating an artificial semblance of authenticity. The contrived nature of the episode left listeners underwhelmed, feeling shortchanged by the lack of substance. Meghan's narrative further elaborated on her supposed defiance against this derogatory label, positioning herself as a feminist icon overcoming societal expectations. However, her transformation from perceived victim to empowered feminist seems dubious, culminating in her marriage to Prince Harry. This narrative arc smacks of contrivance, reminiscent of a cliché storyline from the annals of ye olde bimbo shoppy. During her audition for the game show, Meghan believed she was being valued for her intellect and educational background, only to realize later that her true appeal lay in her perceived tartness rather than her intelligence. Despite aspiring to showcase her brilliance as an empowered feminist, she found herself pigeonholed and objectified, straying far from her intended role. Meghan's portrayal of herself as a champion of feminism has been met with skepticism and criticism from various quarters. While she has sought to align herself with progressive ideals and portray a persona of empowerment and authenticity, her actions often seem at odds with these purported values. Instead of embodying the principles of feminism through substantive advocacy and activism, Meghan's efforts appear more focused on self-promotion and personal gain. One of the most glaring inconsistencies in Meghan's narrative is her penchant for adopting personas and styles that seem incongruent with her purported ideals. While she claims to be a proponent of streetwise authenticity and validation of struggles, her lifestyle and choices often reflect a desire for opulence and glamour. Her penchant for donning ball gowns and emulating the iconic style of Grace Kelly suggest a fascination with historical glamour and aristocratic privilege rather than a genuine commitment to challenging societal norms and advocating for social justice. Furthermore, Meghan's apparent desire to align herself with historical figures like Wallis Simpson raises questions about her motivations and aspirations. While Simpson is often portrayed as a controversial figure who defied conventions and challenged the status quo, her legacy is also fraught with controversy and scandal. By seeking to emulate Simpson's persona, Meghan may be inadvertently aligning herself with a problematic figure whose actions and choices have been subject to scrutiny and criticism. In essence, Meghan's portrayal of herself as a feminist icon appears to be more about image cultivation and self-aggrandizement than genuine advocacy and activism. While she may pay lip service to progressive ideals and champion causes that align with her public image, her actions often seem motivated by personal ambition and a desire for validation and acclaim. As a result, her credibility as a spokesperson for feminism and social justice remains questionable, leaving many to wonder whether her commitment to these causes is genuine or merely a facade. Meghan's claims of being a supermodel, heavily promoted through her TIG platform, have been met with skepticism as her alleged fashion icon status failed to resonate with discerning audiences. Despite gracing the covers of various magazines, her efforts to establish herself as a fashion influencer seem superficial and lacking in authenticity. Moreover, her association with certain publications such as Cut and Varietal elicited mixed reactions, with some perceiving her appearances as attempts at reinvention or perhaps even signaling to a more outlandish side of her career. Speculation regarding potential risk adventures has circulated, albeit couched in disclaimers and alleged anecdotes for entertainment purposes. There exists a video clip circulating on the internet featuring Meghan modeling for Men's Health, portraying a sultry image as she flips burgers on a rooftop BBQ. Clad in a tight top and exuding a vamping vixen persona, she embodied the archetype of a brunette bimbo. However, despite this overt display, her intellectual prowess remained conspicuously absent, with no verbal contributions from her, only the accompanying soundtrack. Ironically, Meghan finds herself today reverting to similar attention-seeking behaviors, albeit in a different setting, stirring a bowl in a kitchen not her own and breaching the privacy of her host. Nonetheless, glimpses of her purported intellect emerge from her past experiences as an intern at an Argentine embassy, allegedly sifting through dossiers and even trespassing on Corey Vitello's personal computer for recipes, allegedly, of course, for the sake of entertainment. Recollections of her career also include forgettable appearances in D-grade movies reminiscent of discount DVD bins at retail stores. Her cameo in an episode of Beverly Hills 90210 as a girl engaging in intimate acts in a car further underscores her penchant for provocative roles. It appears that despite her attempts to expunge traces of this phase from the internet, remnants persist, resurfacing periodically in digital media. The stark dichotomy between Meghan's carefully curated public image as a devoted mother and wife and the shadowy past of her involvement in provocative endeavors is glaring. On one hand, she seeks to portray herself as a pillar of family values, emphasizing her role as a loving wife and dedicated mother to her children. Through carefully orchestrated public appearances and carefully crafted social media posts, she attempts to cultivate an image of domestic bliss and maternal warmth. However, this facade is quickly shattered by the persistent reminders of her controversial past, which continue to haunt her despite her attempts to suppress them. Photographs and rumors depicting her involvement in explicit encounters and provocative activities resurface with alarming frequency, casting doubt on the authenticity of her public persona. These revelations serve as a sobering reminder of the complexity of Meghan's character, challenging the narrative of purity and virtue she seeks to project. The incongruity between Meghan's public image and her past exploits underscores the enduring legacy of her actions, which continue to shape perceptions of her character and credibility. Despite her efforts to present herself as a wholesome role model, the specter of her controversial past looms large, undermining the credibility of her carefully constructed facade. In this light, Meghan's attempts to suppress her past only serve to highlight the enduring impact of her actions, which refuse to be erased or forgotten. The swirling rumors and allegations surrounding Meghan's past paint a murky portrait, leaving much to speculation and interpretation. Among the most sensational claims are those suggesting her involvement as a yacht girl and a brief foray into the world of adult entertainment as a porn starlet. Additionally, whispers of her purported connections with notorious figures like Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein only add to the intrigue surrounding her background. These speculations, while lacking definitive proof, persist in the digital sphere, fueling curiosity and debate. One recurring theme that emerges from these narratives is Meghan's apparent penchant for self-promotion and association with questionable characters. Whether it be her alleged exploits as a yacht girl or her rumored connections to individuals embroiled in scandal, there is a consistent thread of opportunism and ambition running through the various accounts of her past. While some may dismiss these claims as mere gossip or conspiracy theories, others see them as indicative of a pattern of behavior characterized by a willingness to exploit opportunities for personal gain. Indeed, the very fact that such rumors and allegations continue to circulate speaks to the enduring fascination with Meghan's enigmatic persona. Despite her efforts to present herself as a paragon of virtue and integrity, questions persist about the authenticity of her character and the true nature of her past. In the absence of concrete evidence, these speculations serve as a window into the complex web of intrigue surrounding Meghan's life and legacy. Ultimately, whether these rumors hold any truth remains a matter of conjecture. However, what is clear is that Meghan's past is shrouded in mystery and controversy, with each new revelation adding another layer to the enigma that surrounds her. As the speculation continues, one can't help but wonder what other secrets may lie hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. Meghan's trajectory from her pre-royal family days to her current status as an ex-working royal is indeed fraught with contradictions. What began as a journey from more modest beginnings, often characterized by her purported involvement as a yacht girl and brief stint as a porn starlet, has evolved into a narrative of royal entitlement tinged with a sense of entitlement and opportunism. Despite her attempts to present herself as a beacon of empowerment and feminism, her actions seem to contradict these ideals. Instead of championing genuine empowerment and uplifting women, Meghan's actions often appear to perpetuate harmful stereotypes and reinforce notions of materialism and superficiality. By portraying the attainment of princess status as a goal achievable through deception, exploitation, and reliance on wealthy benefactors, she inadvertently sends a troubling message to impressionable young girls. Rather than encouraging them to pursue their dreams through hard work, perseverance, and integrity, Meghan's narrative suggests that success can be bought and manipulated, an unsettling notion that undermines the values of genuine empowerment and self-determination. Furthermore, Meghan's behavior since leaving the royal fold has only served to reinforce this perception. From her highly publicized interviews and appearances to her controversial business ventures and legal battles with the media, Meghan's actions have often been characterized by a sense of entitlement and a lack of regard for the consequences. Instead of using her platform to effect positive change and inspire others, she appears more focused on protecting her own interests, an image a stark contrast to the selfless dedication and service expected of a member of the royal family. In this light, Meghan's journey serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of prioritizing fame and fortune over integrity and authenticity. While her rise to prominence may have been fueled by ambition and determination, her fall from grace serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of staying true to one's values and principles. Ultimately, Meghan's legacy may be defined not by her status or wealth, but by the impact she leaves on the generations of young women who look up to her, a responsibility that should never be taken lightly. In contemplating the ongoing saga of Harry and Meghan, one can't help but feel a sense of ennui. Nevertheless, the discussion surrounding this couple remains pertinent, prompting reflection on their actions and their broader implications. As we navigate through the latest developments, I invite you to share your thoughts on Harry and Meghan in the comments section below. Thank you for tuning in to our video, and remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Royal 365 channel. Until next time, farewell, and we look forward to welcoming you back for future videos.